Man, where's Carrick? The show's about to start.
Carrick Segmiller approaches his ball after a beautiful approach shot. This ball landed about 12, 13 feet away as he lines up the putt. He'll have this one for birdie.
Hey, have any of you guys seen Carrick?
I think he went that way.
Segmiller eyes his ball as he lines it up. Again, this putt for birdie will win the tournament. He steps to his ball. The putt's on its way. It's got the right speed. It's in! Carrick Segmiller for birdie to win the tournament as the crowd goes wild. He is celebrating. He is ecstatic.
Yeah. Oh, Carrick, we got shooting in like 5 minutes. Let's go.
Come on, man. I'm just playing some golf. Come on, let's go.
Like John McCain and other people would just sit there quietly on the sides,
well,
and
no,
that many Republican activists would refrain from registering their disapproval in the peanut gallery?
Some might argue that Republican activist is an oxymoron.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of activism.
Right.
But do you see what I'm saying? If you just flip it right over on its head.
I would like to flip it on its head, and in fact I'm already doing that because my own position is free speech is free speech. Okay, and I'm kind of advocating for something that I'm really not supporting in this respect, as far as protesting or not protesting and being able to recognize your audience. What we need on either side, I don't care where you're coming from, is the ability to recognize the audience.
A 5'10" junior from Lancaster, California, number 12, Tyler Price. A 5'3" senior from Bakersfield, California, number 22, Alyssa Gonzalez. And a 6-foot sophomore from Los Angeles, California, number 24, Alexia Budd. Pioneers are coached by head coach Dion Price, assisted by Jasmine Goldstein, Donald Johnson, and Michael Malou.
Inside, 10 lamp goods. Martine with 3. Step back 3 right wing. Bang. Back to Meyer, leaving inside for Franks out the window. Yes! And 1. Lazar got to have a shot for the tie.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your starting lineup for your Dixie State Trailblazers. Starting this afternoon, a 5'7" sophomore from Sandy, Utah, number 3, Mariah Martin. A 5'6" junior from Morgan, Utah, number 4, Rochelle Lazar. A 6'1" senior from Morgan, Utah, number 5, Lisa Van Kampen. A 5'7" sophomore from St. George, Utah, number 21, Morgan Myers. And a 5'10" junior from Redding, California, number 23, Allie Franks. Your Trailblazers are coached by head coach J.D. Gustin, assisted by Nicole Yazzie, Deb Bennett, J.J. Long, and Connor Frith. Officials this afternoon, Lisa Bishop, Adam Candy, and Gary Reed. All right, fans, let's get loud for the tip-off Sponsored today by TDS. Trailblazer brawl.
Ball is controlled in the hands of Allie Franks. The Pioneers in a three-quarter court press, ball in the hands of Mariah Martine. She gets it across the timeline. She penetrates all the way to the key. Left-hand layup is no good. Rebound off to Alexia Budd. Ball now in the hands of Price. She gives Gonzalez, controlling, setting up the offense on the top, at the top of the key. Alyssa Gonzalez now fades to her left. Tries to penetrate, hands off to Price. She gets all the way to the low block. Her layup is no good. Rebound to Mariah Martine. She's quickly into the front court. She's got Allie Franks on her right, but she turns it over. Ball still loose. It's going to be called a jump ball, and the possession arrow will favor the Trailblazers. Mariah Martine, fortunate not to turn that ball over. Good hands by Alexia Budd. Mariah Martine will trigger the inbounds pass. Trailblazers stacked 4 high inbound. Allie Franks, she'll shoot a three-point basket up. No good, too strong. Off the back of the iron, falls out of bounds. Control will be taken by the Pioneers. Alyssa Gonzalez controls for the Pioneers, 7.1 points per game, as she gives to Price. And the shot by Samantha Earl is too long off the back of the iron. Rebound to Lisa Van Kampen. She gives to Mariah Martine, briefly loses it, now regains it across the timeline. She's on the angle right, holding on a yo-yo. Gives back to Van Kampen, now back to Mariah Martine. Backdoor pass, couldn't control it. Martine gathers. Actually, Rochelle Blazard, her wide open three-pointer is good. Rochelle Blazard from 3 gets the scoring started for the Trailblazers. Her first points of the night. As the Pioneers quickly in the front court, a three-pointer by Alyssa Gonzalez is good to answer the three-pointer by Rochelle Blazard. And we're tied up 3 points each early. 8 minutes, 20 seconds to go left in the first quarter. Pioneers in the three-quarter court press now. Allie Franks up court to Rochelle Blazard. She's on the angle right, thought about a 3. Now passes to Franks. Franks around to Martine. Martine on the DSU logo. Hands off to Morgan Myers. Now Van Kampen at the top of the key. Back to Martine. She's looking for Mariah on the low block. Can't find her. Now into Myers at the junction. She goes right away. Right hand gets all the way to the basket. No good, but a foul is called. Morgan Myers being aggressive. The foul will be called on number 12, Tylen Price. Her first personal foul. And Mariah Martine will trigger the inbounds pass to Van Kampen. She gets into the lane. Fadeaway jumper is no good, but she is fouled, and she will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul on this is on Ilana Blanc, number 4, for the Pioneers. That's her first. And Lisa Van Kampen will head to the line. The first one is up around the rim and finds the bottom of that. Lisa Van Kampen, 62% free throw shooter coming into this game. Her second one is up and good. And she's got 2 points early for the Trailblazers with a 5-3 lead. Into the front court now is Price. She gives to Alyssa Gonzalez. Cross court to Blanc. Now over to Price. Price controls on the angle left. She gets all the way down to the paint. Leap and leaner up is no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and the Pioneers will retain possession. It'll be Tylen Price to inbound. Can't find anybody. Finally, now she gets it into Ileana Blanc. Blanc hands to Earl. Earl now dribbles to the top of the key. Dribble handoff with Alyssa Gonzalez. Back to Blanc. Her three-pointer is up and good. She buries a three-pointer, and the Pioneers have 6 quick points on 2 3-pointers. Blanc, a 37.5% three-point field goal shooter. And the Trailblazers now control. Allie Franks Dribble handoff with Lisa Van Kampen. Van Kampen now over to Mariah Martin. Mariah fakes left, goes right, gets all the way to the basket, and lays it up and in. Nifty play by Mariah Martin. Faked left, went back to the right. No one came over to help, and she laid that one up and in with the right hand. Pioneers now quickly into the front court. Samantha Earl drills a three from deep. And Samantha Earl is on the board. She's the leading scorer for the Pioneers, 17.6 points per game and a 38% three-point shooter. She is their shooter. Leading scorer for the Pioneers as the Trailblazers control in the hands of Lisa Van Kampen. She gives to Allie Franks, so she'll try a three, and she knocks it in. Allie Franks, and it's a three-point party inside Burns Arena. Allie Franks knocks down her first 3 points of the contest, and right away, Ileana Blanc answers with her own three-pointer. Back and forth we go. Pioneers, all 12 of the Pioneer points have come off three-pointers thus far. 6 minutes, 10 seconds to go left in the first quarter. Allie Franks dribbles to her left. Shot is short. No good. Rebound controlled by Alexia Budd. She's quickly in the front court now to Price. Price ain't right. She'll try a three. Too strong. No good off the back of the iron. And the Trailblazers will regain possession. 5 minutes, 54 seconds left to go in the first quarter of play. A few substitutions checking in for the Trailblazers. Number 11, Kesley Stevenson, and number 1, London Pavlica. A line change for the Pioneers. Got a handful of the new players. Number 1, Lachelle McCullough, as well as Deja Pounds. Number 23, that's Juanita Dodson. Number 5, Tiara Pryor. And number 21, Candace Payne, all on the floor now for Antelope Valley. Ball in the hands of Kesley Stevenson. She's on the angle right, hanging on a pivot. Can't find a cutter. Now she finds Pavlica. Pavlica drills into the short corner. Now back to Stevenson. Steven cross-court pass to Van Kampen, gives back to Morgan Myers. She penetrates, hands off to Stevenson, who drives and kicks. Ball is loose, still loose, controlled by Morgan Myers, and she'll get a foul called reach-in foul by number 23. That's Juanita Dodson. That's her first, just checked into the game. 3 team fouls already on the Pioneers, none for the Trailblazers. As Mariah Martin will inbound it. She'll find Kesley Stevenson. Had an open three, didn't take it. Now Van Kampen on the angle right. Van Kampen drives, gets all the way to the paint. She'll kick out to Kesley Stevenson. Three-point basket is no good. Too strong. Didn't hit anything. Rebound of the Pioneers. Quickly into the front court is Deja Pounds. She'll dribble to her left. Now hands off to McCullough. McCullough cut off by Morgan Myers. Passes too high. Deja Pounds can't get him. Morgan Myers is all by herself on a layup. Is up and good from Mariah Martin. Good breakaway basket from Mariah Martin, who took the pass, the errant pass from Shea McCullough, and took that one all the way to the basket. She's got 4 points. Pioneers now back. Ball in the hands of Dodson. Ball is blocked by Lisa Van Kampen. What a good block. Coming over from the weak side to help that one. Ball now in the hands of London Pavlica. She controls for the Trailblazers across the timeline. Being guarded closely by Juanita Dodson, but she'll pick up a foul quickly. 2 fouls on Juanita Dodson. She's got 2. And we will take our under 5 media timeout. Trailblazers and Antelope Valley tied at 12. 4:40 remaining. We'll be back in 60 seconds inside Burns Arena.
There is a place where looking out means looking in, where an impression lasting only a few seconds will be imprinted on a life forever, where courage is forged and innocence rediscovered, where remembering is rewarding and forgetting unforgettable. There is a place where truth is felt and where seeing is believing. There is a place.
Radio Dixie 91.3. We don't play that. Nope, not that. The big fat no there. That's what we play. And stuff like that. On St. George's only alternative, Radio Dixie 91.3. Oh, and from 9 till midnight, we play this. And this. Radio Dixie 91.3 FM.
And welcome back inside Burns Arena. Trailblazers tied with Antelope Valley 12-12. 4.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Mariah Martin hands to London Pavlica at the top of the key. She fakes right, goes left, scoop and score. No, off the front of the rebound, off the front of the rim. Ball quickly in the hands of Pryor. She gets into the front court. Hands off, no good on the shot by number 21, Candace Payne, but a foul will be called. See who this was on the loose ball. It'll be on the Pioneers. It'll be on Payne. That's her first. And the Trailblazers will retake possession. In fact, will go to the line after the fifth foul is committed by Payne, and the Trailblazers are in the penalty. It'll be Kesley Stevenson to shoot the free throws. Kesley Stevenson off the bench for the Trailblazers. Had a very productive few games, averaging 9 points per game this season as she knocks down the first free throw. Just 2 of 5 to make it 3 of 6 now early on the season, a 50% clip from the free throw stripe. And she will trigger one more. And it is good. Kesley Stevenson, 2 quick points off the bench, and the Trailblazers lead at 14-12. Ball in the hands of Earl, cross-court pass to Price, thought about a three. Didn't, now an entry pass, but the whistle is blown dead. Foul will be on Lisa Van Kampen, her first. As that ball was inbounded to Alexia Budd. Price will inbound, nearly stolen by Morgan Myers. Earl catches it, gives it back to Budd. She'll bank in the 2-pointer. Alexia Budd is on the board now with 2 points as Mariah Martine crosses the timeline for the Trailblazers. Shake and bake out front, and she gets all the way to the basket, lays it in, but no good. Foul was called on Samantha Earl up top before the drive. That'll be her first. And Mariah Martine will go to the basket again. Pioneers in the penalty, under 4 minutes to go. Trailblazers could take advantage, be aggressive, and get to the free throw line. Mariah Martine sings to the first. She's got 5 points early in the first quarter. As you see there, gets all the way to the basket, but of course a whistle had blown and blown the play dead. And because of that, was able to get to the basket. As looks like the referee came over to maybe change a little something on the scorer's clock. But we are set to play. Mariah Martine's second free throw is up and good. And the Pioneers control in the hands of Alyssa Gonzalez. She hands back to Price. Her three-pointer no good, around the rim and out. Rebound is still loose. Picked up by Gonzalez. Back out to Earl. Her three-pointer no good. Too strong off the back of the iron. Offensive rebound again for the Pioneers. Tylen Price grabs that one. Entry pass in Alexia Budd. Stolen by Mariah Martine. Ball is on the floor. And are we going to have a jump ball? Yes, we will. Alternating possession will give the ball back to the Pioneers as Tylen Price will trigger the inbound. She finds Alexia Budd, who was uncovered on the inbounds pass. Her layup is up, bounced around the rim 2 or 3 times, and falls for Alexia Budd. She's got 4 points in the first quarter. Tied at 16, 3.5 minutes to go. Mariah Martine controls at the top of the key. She goes all the way to the basket, gets to the left hand. No. Ball's too strong off the rim, rebounded by Price. She's into the front court quickly. Tries to get all the way to the bucket, but Morgan Myers guarding her, and a whistle is blown dead. Looks like going to be on Morgan Myers. Yep, it will be on Morgan Myers. Got 2 hands on Tylen Price and is called for the foul. Morgan Myers commits her first, second team foul for the Trailblazers as Price gets the ball in the low block. Can't get that one to go, however, and the ball is rebounded by Morgan Myers. Now to Martine. She's quickly into the front court. She'll pull up an 18-foot jumper. No good. Too short off the front of the iron. Rebound, Alexia Budd. She'll give to Tylen Prince. Prince dribbles right and now finds Samantha Earl, who gets it on the low block, trying to scoop and score it. No, can't do it. Lisa Van Kampen grabs the rebound, and then the ball is tipped out of bounds off the hand of Samantha Earl, and the Trailblazers will retain possession. Tied at 16, 2 minutes, 45 seconds to go into the first quarter. Morgan Myers will trigger the inbounds pass as the Pioneers come into a full court press. Ball is inbounded to Kesley Stevenson. As it looks like the Pioneers made an entire line change. We'll get you those subs here in just a minute. London Pavlica gets the ball across the timeline to Morgan Myers. Now back to Pavlica on the Dixie State logo. Pavlica dribbles to her left hand, hanging on a yo-yo. Now over to Allie Frank. She pulls up from 15 feet, and she'll knock it down. Allie Frank's a little 15, 16-foot jumper, and she buries it. She's got 5 points. As the Pioneers are quickly into the front court. Shot is no good, and rebounded by Morgan Myers, and then turns and throws it off the leg of Tiara Pryor. What a good play by Morgan Myers as we have an unbelievable pace to this first quarter. Up and down we go. You'll see here Morgan Myers gets the rebound, stays in bounds, and throws it off Tiara Pryor. Pioneers come out in a three-quarter court press. Allie Franks gives to Rochelle Blazard. She gets to the timeline, gets around, gets the ball to Pavlica. Pavlica pull up from the junction 15 feet away. No good. Rebound to the Pioneers. No, can't control it. Now they do. Juanita Dotson's got it. She's into the front court. She hands back to Tiara Pryor. Tiara Pryor cross-court pass to Deja Pounds, who dribbles to her left, comes off a screen, shoots for three. No good. Too short. Rebound to Allie Franks. She gives to Blazard, who controls on the angle right. She gets into the paint now. Hanging on a pivot, tries to find Franks on a cut. No, can't do it. Kelsey Stevenson for three now. Rebound to Morgan Myers off the too strong. London Pavlica grabs it. She gets into the key. Floater is up and no good, but a foul is called as London Pavlica got into the key. Foul will be called on number 1. That's Lachey McCullough. That's her first. And London Pavlica will be at the free throw line. Her first one comes up short. London Pavlica yet to score in today's matchup. She is just 62% from the free throw line this season, 10 of 16. But the second one is good, and Pavlica's on the board. She's got one. Melissa Gonzalez now controls. She's the speedy guard from Antelope Valley. She controls on the angle left. She gives to Alexia Budd. Into the corner. Budd can't find anybody. Now backs into the key. Gives back to Gonzalez. 10-foot jumper is up. No good. Short airball it. Ball off the hands of the Pioneers. In fact, off of Ileana Blanc. And the Trailblazers control. Leading 19-16. 1 minute, 12 seconds to go in the first period. Allie Franks will trigger the inbounds as the Pioneers go offense-defense. A line change. All 5 players come out, 5 new ones come in. Rochelle Blazard into the front court. She controls at the top of the key. She dribbles to her right now, tries to get in the lane, is cut off, kicks out Kelsey Stevenson. Back out to Allie Franks for a three-pointer. She drains it. Allie Franks from deep, from the angle right. Pioneers quickly into the front court. Ball is in the hands of number 1, Lachey McCullough. Her three-pointer is no good. Rebounded by London Pavlica. Nifty dribbling behind the back as she gets into the front court. She dribbles to the angle right, tries to penetrate, is cut off, now gives to Frank, who throws an errant pass over the head of Miley Richardson, just a little bit too tall for Miley Richardson. 34.2 seconds remaining in the first quarter, 22-16. Dixie State leads it. A good pace to this one early. Pioneers into the front court now, controlled by Alyssa Gonzalez. Now over to Tylen Price. Price comes off a screen set by Ileana Blanc. She gets all the way to the key. Into the key, and up she goes. No good, but a foul is called, and she will head to the line. Foul is going to be on number 15. That's Miley Richardson, her first. As Tylen Price will head to the line. First one is no good off the front of the iron. Tylen Price, 74.6% free throw percentage on the season. She's one of the other leading scorers for the Pioneers, 17.1 points per game. Trails only Samantha Earl just by half a point. 17.6 is Samantha Earl's scoring average, and 17.1 is Tylen Price. Those are the two for the Pioneers you got to look out for. As Rochelle Blazard controls the ball in the front court, she gives to Kesley Stevenson. A wide open three-pointer by Stevenson. No good. Banged around the iron, and the Pioneers control. They give to Pryor. Pryor gets all the way to the key, but no, it's tied up. It's a jump ball, no basket as the timer runs off. A good play there by Allie Franks to tie up Tiara Pryor as the game clock expired, and that will do it for a good first half. The Trailblazers lead at 22-17, end of the first quarter. We'll take a 60-second timeout and be back on Trailblazers Basketball Network.
For over a century, Dixie State University has been shaping the Trailblazers of tomorrow by providing a culture of active learning, active life.
With a paradigm of real-world experience, mixed with cutting-edge technologies and rich traditions, we provide one of the most affordable educations in the West, set against the most stunning backdrop on the planet.
Hey, I ordered a large veggie with garlic herb crust.
Veggie? I thought you were more of a meat eater's man.
Oh, I am, but now I can do both. Look, flavor patch.
How does that work? What happens when that's gone?
I've got Howie bread strapped to my legs.
Flavor fanatics love us because we make our dough fresh daily and have meal deals for any budget.
Hungry?
Howie's! Flavor fanatics welcome.
Welcome back inside Burns Arena as we begin the second quarter. Trailblazers lead at 22-17. And Lisa Van Kampen, she hangs on a pivot, but is called for 3 in the key. And they'll turn it over to the Pioneers. Pioneers do this strategy. They like to go offense, defense. They have the starters in, which is Samantha Earl, Ileana Blanc, Tylen Price, Alyssa Gonzalez, and Alexia Budd. Those are their starters. That's their offensive group. And then they have five players come off the bench in defensive situations. They like to do that kind of line change type. As Samantha Earl's three-pointer is up and no good. Rochelle Blazer controls. She's into the front court, and ball was tried to be stolen away by Tylen Price, but she is called for the foul. That's her second. And she looks like will be subbed out, if I'm not mistaken. No, she'll stay in the game, but we do have a sub for the Pioneers. That's number 13, Asiana Wilcox. And the Trailblazers will trigger the inbounds pass from just past mid-court. Morgan Myers will throw it in for Dixie State. She gives to Rochelle Blazer just across the timeline. She's controlling, comes off a screen by Lisa Van Kampen. Now back to Van Kampen for 3. No good. She walked. That kind of backwards pass from Rochelle Blazer caught Lisa Van Kampen maybe just a little bit too far to her right, and in doing so, kind of just did a little bit of a hippie hop to try to set her feet to shoot that three-pointer. But in the process, she traveled. So the Pioneers will take control. Alyssa Gonzalez, she'll dribble into the front court. She passes to the angle right to Kaylin James. And a foul is called, an offensive foul on the Pioneers. It's going to be on number 13. That's Asiana Wilcox. That's her first. As you see here, yeah, just that legal screen right there in the low block, in the paint area. And she picks up the offensive foul. Rochelle Blazer gives to Allie Frank. She fakes the three-pointer over to the angle right. And Mariah Martine, her three-pointer, no good off the back iron. Rebound to Gonzalez. Melissa Gonzalez pushing the tempo into the front court. She gives to James. James now round to Blanc. Blanc entry pass, trying to get it to Wilcox. Can't do it. Stolen by the Trailblazers. Mariah Martine gets all the way to the basket. Layup with the right hand on the left side of the basket is good for Mariah Martine. She's got 8 points. She's tied with Allie Franks, who also has 8 points, to lead Trailblazers in all scorers in this game. Ball in the hands of Alexia Budd. Her 15-foot jumper is no good. Ball is loose, controlled by Rochelle Blazer. She quickly passes up to Mariah Martine, who gets into the key, hanging on a pivot, right foot pivot. Now back out to Rochelle Blazer. Her three-point basket of the bang. Good by Rochelle Blazer. Back-to-back three-pointers by Rochelle Blazer. And the Trailblazers extend their lead 27-17, a quick 5-0 run to begin the second quarter, and the Pioneers will take a timeout. We'll take it as well. 60-second timeout and back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
From surgical suites to patient rooms to conference rooms. In scrubs, suits, or sneakers. With stethoscopes, computer code, or mops. We are all caregivers. Intermountain Healthcare. Healing for life.
Camping World is here to help you connect to adventure and explore the outdoors with friends and family, offering new and pre-owned RVs to fit every budget and thousands of parts and accessories for any need. Camping World has it all. With over 130 supercenters nationwide, you're never far from America's #1 RV dealer, no matter where your adventures take you. Whether you need an RV, parts, or service, Camping World is here to help you every step of the way. Visit Camping World in St. George or shop campingworld.com today.
Welcome back inside Burns Arena. Trailblazers lead this one 27-17. 8 minutes, 4 seconds to go in the second period. The Pioneers will inbound. Coming from right to left on your screen, wearing navy blue uniforms with red trims. Trailblazers wearing their home whites and no trim. Ball is controlled by the Pioneers in the hands of Kaylin James. She kicks out. Three-pointer is up by Asia Young. No good, but a long rebound out to McCuller. McCuller now gives to Young. Now over to Gonzalez on the angle right. Trying to find a cutter. Now she dribbles. Dribble drive. James' three-point basket is no good. Too strong. Offensive rebound is controlled by Bud, but is immediately tied up. And the possession arrow favors the Pioneers. London Pavlica will check in for Rochelle Blazard. A couple of good minutes from Blazard. That three-pointer just a few moments ago, which forced the Pioneers to call a timeout. Blazard exits the game with 6 points. As Lachey McCuller triggers the inbounds to Alexia Budd. Budd dribbles in, back to the basket. 5-foot floater jumper is no good. Rebound to Allie Franks. Now to London Pavlica, dribbled around the back and gets it to Mariah Martin. Mariah Martin looks to penetrate, stops on a dime. 10-foot jumper is up, rolls around the rim and down for Mariah Martin. Nifty little play. Just got her defender running on a full sprint, stopped on a dime, pulled up for a 12-foot jumper, and knocked it down. And Mariah is in the first Trailblazers double figures with 10 points. Lachey McCuller controls. She gets into the paint now, kicks out James. James tries to get in. She'll get to the low block. Ball is blocked by Morgan Myers. Good defensive play by Morgan Myers as London Pavlica quickly into the front court. She hangs on a dribble on the angle right now, finds Van Kampen. Ball is tipped away, back to Pavlica. Now over to Mariah Martin on the angle right, back to Van Kampen, top of the key. Allie Franks goes backdoor, great pass by Lisa Van Kampen. Layup is no good by Franks, but a foul is called. Going to be on number 0, Asia Young. That's her first. Good play by Allie Franks and Lisa Van Kampen. Good communication there. Franks going backdoor and Lisa Van Kampen finding her on a cut. And Franks will head to the line for 2 shots. First one is up and she sinks it. Allie Franks, a decent free throw percentage on the season, 70% free throw shooter. She averages 12.6 points per game, the second leading scorer for the Trailblazers. She trails Mariah Martin, 13.5 points for Mariah Martin. Allie Franks' second free throw is good. She's got 10 points as well to lead the Trailblazers. Into the front court now, Samantha Earl controls. She dribbles with the right hand, tries to get to the paint, now kicks out to Young. Young back. That's number 11, just checked in, Deja Pound. She gives back to Earl. Earl tries to dribble, get all the way to the basket, but no, she traveled. And she knew it. She knew it, got all the way to the basket, but she was able to get there because she traveled. As you see there, got too many steps there, was called for the travel, and she knew it. Trailblazers inbound now. Pioneers in a 3-quarter court press, got to get it across. 1 second to get it across, and they won't do it. Good defensive pressure by the Pioneers to force a 10-second call in the backcourt by the Trailblazers. They'll turn it over to the Pioneers. Deja Pounds will trigger the inbound as Ileana Blanc will check in for Lachey McCuller. On the court for the Pioneers, Asia Young, number 11, Deja Pounds, Samantha Earl, Ileana Blanc, and Alexia Budd for Antelope Valley. Earl off the angle right. She gives the Bud in the short corner. Three-pointer is no good off the back iron. Rebound, Allie Frank. She gives to Mariah Martine. Mariah Martine, up court pass, Lisa Van Kampen, now back to Martine. She penetrates, gets all the way to the key. No good, but a good defensive play by Samantha Earl. Stripped the ball straight from Mariah Martine. Earl on the other end. Floater is no good, a little bit too strong for Earl, a little bit out of control, going too fast. And the rebound is controlled by the Trailblazers. Mariah Martine dribble handoff with London Pavlica, who gives to Allie Frank to the top of the key. Over to Morgan Myers on the angle right, back to Pavlica, top of the key. Looking for a cutter, can't find Lisa Van Kampen. Gives to Frank, she penetrates, now kicks out to Mariah Martine. Short corner three is up and good. Mariah Martine drills a three in the corner. And the Trailblazers lead this one 34-17. They've doubled up Antelope Valley. The Pioneers have yet to score in the second quarter. A 5-minute drought. As Blanc's three-pointer is up, no good. Rebound will be called a foul on the rebound. That'll be Asia Young, her second. Fourth team foul for the Pioneers once again. They are now going forward. Next foul will put them into the penalty. Trailblazers have yet to commit a foul in the second quarter, like I mentioned earlier. Antelope Valley yet to score in this second period. Trailblazers are on an extended 12-0 run to begin the second quarter. And Mariah Martine will control into the front court, gets all the way past her defender, goes up for the layup, but no, is called for a foul. That's number one, Lachey McCullough, her second, and Mariah Martine will go to the free throw line. Very good play, heads-up decision by Mariah Martine. She's just about as fast as anyone I've ever seen play on the court. She's able to get past her defender. Lachey McCullough can't keep up with her, and as a result has to foul as Mariah Martine hits the front end of the free throws. A 62% 62% free throw shooter is Mariah Martine. And she's up to 11, and she'll get one more. Trailblazers lead up 35-17, 4:50 remaining. A flick of the wrist is up and good for Mariah Martine. She's got 12 to lead all scorers. And the Trailblazers lead at 36-17, 4:45 left to go in the second quarter. Pioneers control ball in the hands of Earl. She gives to Blanc at the top of the key. Now down to Price at the low block, double teamed. Two defenders right in front of her, and a great play defensively for the Trailblazers to tie that one up. Lisa Van Kampen looked like she might have got her hands on it to force the turnover as the possession arrow favors Dixie State. And they'll take control. Mariah Martine gives to Van Kampen, dribble handoff with Allie Franks. She gives to Morgan Myers, now looking for Mariah Martine. They get it to her at the junction. Cross-court pass to Allie Franks. She dribbles, penetrates. Low floater is up, no good, and out of bounds last touched by the Trailblazers. Looks like Allie Franks might have just got a little bit out of control there. She was floating to her left, trying to shoot back to her right. Ball was a little strong and tipped out of bounds. Looked like it was off the hand of Lisa Van Kampen. And the Pioneers will take control. Alyssa Gonzalez gives to Samantha Earl on the angle right. Trying to find Bud, now gets to her in the short corner, 15 feet away. Back to Earl, over to Price at the top of the key. She gives to Gonzalez on the angle left. Gonzalez dribble, fancy dribbling. She's fast, gives to Blanc in the corner, no good. Three-pointer is off. Mariah Martine controls. She gets into the front court. She's got numbers if she wants it, up to Lisa Van Kampen, but a good defensive play by Samantha Earl. And out of bounds. Looks like Samantha Earl was a really good play by Samantha Earl. Just kind of stays straight up as Lisa Van Kampen was going up for that layup. Samantha Earl stayed straight up, knocked the ball loose, but in turn, thought she stepped out of bounds, but I think the referee got the wrong direction call. The Pioneers will take control. Thought that was the right call. I thought that's what they were trying to call, but I think he just got his directions mixed up. But the Pioneers will control. Alyssa Gonzalez. She now drifts to her right, trying to find Price on the low block. She does so, but a foul on Morgan Myers trying to get in front of Price. Price is a force down low. You gotta be able to control Price. She's so good at being able to kind of just use her body and get down low. And Morgan Myers was forced to foul there in order to not allow an easy one for Price as Gonzalez dribbles to the angle right. She gives back to Earl. Earl now dribbles all the way across court, gives to Bud. Bud kicks out to Price, thought about a three-pointer. Now she'll step back. Now she'll take a deep one, no good. This one's short, air ball. That Price was about 2 feet behind the three-point line, then took a dribble to her left. A step back made her about 4 or 5 feet behind the three-point line. Shot it up and air ball that the Trailblazers will control. 2:58 left to go. 36-17. Trailblazers lead it. Mariah Martin controlling. Pioneers in a full court press. Mariah Martin gets all the way to the other end of the court. London Pavlica for three. No good off the front of the iron. Rebounded by Deja Pounds. Pounds into the front court. Cross court pass to Pryor. Pryor fakes right, goes left, gets into the paint, floats one up. Ball is no good. Around the rim and out. Couple of bounces, but she is fouled. Miley Richardson commits the foul. That's Miley Richardson's second. And Tierra Pryor will head to the line. She's yet to score in this game. In fact, Antelope Valley, again, yet to score in this second quarter. That is over. Tierra Pryor knocks in her first free throw, and thusly first points of the game. 45% free throw shooter is Pryor as she knocks both in. And she's got two. Trailblazers lead at 36-19, excuse me. Morgan Myers into the front court. She's hanging on a dribble, now hands to Mariah Martin. Martin setting up the offense, now gets to her left. Over to Morgan Myers, comes off a screen. Myers gets all the way to the basket, lays it up, no good, rolled around the rim. But rebound to London Pavlica. She gets down to Miley Richardson, back out to Pavlica. For three, too strong, no good. Good box out by the Pioneers. Tierra Pryor controls, she rebounds it. Now ahead to Lachey McCullough. McCullough dribbles out, top of the key, now sets up the offense. She gives to Deja Pounds, now over to Pryor. Pryor hands, that's number 33, just checked into the game. And Pryor's three-point basket in the corner is up and good. Denisha Spivey on the assist from that one, just checked into the game. Number 33, Denisha Spivey, dribbled in, got all the way to the key, kicked that one out. And Tierra Pryor knocked that one down. She's got five. She's got all five for the Pioneers in the second quarter. But we'll take a timeout, quick 60-second timeout, and we'll be back inside Burns Arena on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
There is a place where the sun doesn't hide in the winter, where the greens stay green and the crimson canyons still glow. There is a place where dimples determine destiny, and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where we drive for show, putt for dough, and settle the score with another round. There is a place.
I'm Jimmy. This is my definition of fresh since 1983.
Welcome back inside Burns Arena, 36-22. Dixie State leads this one over the University of Antelope Valley, 1:44 remaining in the second quarter. We thank you so much for joining us. We are on the Triplecast Today internet. We are on the Dixie State Athletics YouTube page, the Dixie State Stretch Internet portal. That's portal.stretchinternet.Dixie State, and on Radio Dixie 91.3. Thanks so much for joining us as Miley Richardson is fouled, and she will go to the line for two free throws. Love to have the triple cast and a good time to get back from the Christmas break here in Dixie State campus as Miley Richardson makes her first free throw of the contest. As you see here, good entry pass by Mariah Martin. Miley Richardson was fouled. She knocks in the second one. She's got 2 points. The Trailblazers lead at 38-22. Was saying back from Christmas break. Good to have women's basketball here inside Burns Arena again. We hope you had a wonderful holiday season. Very Merry Christmas. And it's good to be back on the court, though, however, as the Pioneers control Denisha Spivey. She'll set up the offense on the top of the key. She gives to McCullough. On the angle left, McCullough back to Pryor. She steps back now. Entry pass into Bud. Bud trying to spins to her right, up and good, and a foul. Good move by Alexia Bud. Kind of just got into the key, forced fake left, went to her right, and laid that one up and in, and drew the foul while simultaneously knocking in the basket. Very good play. Foul's going to be on Miley Richardson. It's her third. Alexia Bud can't connect on the three-point play, but she's got 6 for the Pioneers. Trailblazers now control. Mariah Martine guarded by Spivey. She'll give Martine to Lisa Van Kampen on a backdoor cut. Van Kampen can't get it to go, and she's last to touch it. Ball will be taken and controlled by the Pioneers. 50.7 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Dixie State leads at 38-24. Pioneers will bring it into the front court. Ball controlled by Deja Pounds. She hands off to Tierra Pryor. Cross-court pass to Spivey. Entry pass down to Bud. She goes all the way to the right this time, and she lays it up and in, and a foul once more. Same play as last time, other than instead of going to her right, she went to her left, and did a very good job of laying that one in through contact, and she'll go back to the free throw line for another potential three-point play. You see there, just back to her basket, turns to her left, lays it up with the right hand, drills it, and she'll go to the line for one free throw. She leads the Pioneer scores with 8 points. Can't get the free throw to go. Rebound is controlled by Allie Franks, and she gives to Mariah Martine. 30 seconds to go remaining in the second quarter. Shot clock and game clock about 5 seconds, about 6 seconds or so different. Kesley Stevenson gives to Miley Richardson. Tried to do a backdoor pass. It was stolen away by Alexia Bud, and the Pioneers can control for the final shot. Samantha Earl sets up the offense. She's the leading scorer for the Pioneers at nearly 17.6 points a game. She penetrates, cross-court pass to Spivey. Spivey over to Pounds. Three-pointers up, no good off the front of the iron. Rebound to Allie Franks. She gives to Mariah Martine, and that'll do it for the first half of action. A good first half, 38-26. The Trailblazers do lead it, but a good pace to this first half, and the Trailblazers end up on top after the second period of play by 12. Good second quarter for the Trailblazers. They extended their lead, led 22-17 at the end of the first quarter, and went on a 21-9 run through that second quarter. Let's take a timeout. We'll be back. Let's take a 5-minute halftime timeout. We'll be back with some first half stats, and we'll take a quick timeout, 5 minutes, before we get back in the truck.
At Kneaders, we start simple, making bread from scratch with just a handful of ingredients. It's not the easy way, but it's worth it. Honest bread made without shortcuts. When you come to Kneaders, every loaf of bread, every sandwich, starts here. Yes, it takes more time, but that's why we get an early start. Stop by today for dine-in, takeout, or drive-through.
Call it a path, or a way through. It can be arrow straight, or have twists and turns. It's life's financial journey, and Mountain America Credit Union is here to guide you every step of the way. With timely advice and affordable products, this is your journey. Let's begin together. We're Mountain America, guiding you forward.
We have to be responsible ourselves for our minds.
True, right? But
We
that's
can't palm it off on being unwitting dupes and just say, oh, well, it doesn't count because I got played.
Well, we have at least We have some unwitting dupes, Jennifer.
We do, but you can't say because we got played by the Russians that we have to redo the election.
I take the road less traveled, run free, unwind, unravel someplace outside with lots to do. Green trees, red rocks, and don't forget that blue sky. The sunshine shining, sunshine pouring on me. Think I might just stay a while. Say hooray all day because the sun is gonna shine on me. Sun is gonna shine on me. Sun's gonna shine on me.
Radio Dixie 91.3. We don't play that. Nope, not that. A big fat no there. That's what we play. And stuff like that. On St. George's only alternative, Radio Dixie 91.3. Oh, and from 9 till midnight, we play this.
I need a one dance.
And this. Radio Dixie 91.3 FM.
There is a place where rocks bleed and nature blushes on a battlefield green with envy, where dimples determine destiny and a tiny wooden T holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where friends are opponents and opponents are friends, where the prize is elusive, the conquest is captivating, and the score isn't settled till the drinks are down. There is a place.
Okay, we are inviting you to join us for Talking Point Live.
Coming to you, not necessarily live, but tape delayed on the Community Education Channel at 9:30, 12:30, and 4:30 daily, from what I understand. But you can also pick it up on our Facebook page at facebook.com/talkingpointlive.
And respond to us, right?
Please,
on
let
Facebook.
us know, because it's important to understand not only how our conversation is going, but maybe how is it affecting you at home as well. All right, Eric Young,
Jennifer Kohler.
Talking Point Live. We'll see you.
Where do you find the titans of classical music in St. George? Classical music on Radio St. George 100.3 FM. Where do you find the legends of jazz? Evenings on Radio St. George 100.3 FM.
There is a place where young and old make connections, where kids feel like grown-ups, and grown-ups feel like kids. There is a place where beauty arises in contrast, where wonder is universal, and laughter second nature. There is a place where friends find a future, families find each other, and feelings find their home. There is a place.
And welcome back inside Burns Arena as the Trailblazers lead this one at halftime, 38-26. A good first half of basketball by Dixie State. Played very well in that second quarter. Now let's go over a few of the halftime stats as the Trailblazers, like I mentioned, lead this one 38-26. Mariah Martine has just been great. She leads all scorers, in fact, 12 points for Mariah Martine, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 4 of 8 from the field, playing very, very well and controlling the pace for the Trailblazers. Allie Franks chipped in 10, hit a couple of three-pointers, 2 of 3 from deep and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Rochelle Blazard played well as well, hit both of her buckets on three-pointers. She's got 6 points, followed by Morgan Myers. She hit a 3. She's got 3 points. A couple of players in with 2 points for the Trailblazers. Lisa Van Kampen with 2. Kesley Stevenson has a pair, and Miley Richardson has 2 free throws. Rounding out the scoring in the first half for the Trailblazers, London Pavlica nailed a free throw. She's got 1. And for the Pioneers, really a bad second half for Antelope Valley. Didn't really score, was held scoreless for about 7-8 minutes in that second quarter, but a late surge by Alexia Budd. She had, I believe it was 5 or 6 uncontested, uncontested straight points. I think it was 6 points in that second quarter. She leads the Pioneers with 8 points, 4 of 7 from the field. Other than that, 6 points for Ileana Blanc, 5 points from Tierra Pryor, but the two players that you don't really want to have get going. The Trailblazers have done very good defensively. Samantha Earl has hit just one three-pointer. She's their leading scorer, just 1 of 4 from deep and 1 of 6 from the field. She's been held in check, as well as Tylen Price. She's just got 1 point, 1 free throw for Tylen Price. Between the two of them, they averaged nearly 35 points per game, scored just 4 in that first half, and the Trailblazers lead at 38-26. A few other stats. Mariah Martin also has 2 assists. The Trailblazers doing a very good job on the boards, out-rebounding the Pioneers 27-21. The Pioneers, however, have gotten the better end on the offensive glass. 6 rebounds for the Pioneers on the offensive glass compared to just 2 for the Trailblazers. But a good job by Dixie State. They're shooting a 37% clip from the field and a 38.5% from three-point range. That's one of the things they do very well. Comparatively to Antelope Valley, they're shooting just 23% from the field and 26% from deep. A team that came in, an NAIA team in Antelope Valley that came in shooting over 41% from the field and 35% from the three-point line. That's where they really want to get going, is the three-pointers. They make nearly 13 a game. They've made just 5 in that first half. They want to get going there a little bit as well if they want to continue to get back in this game. Those are your first half stats. Let's take a look at a few first half highlights, if we can, back in the truck, and I'll try to narrate this for you radio listeners. Mariah Martin, no look pass out to Rochelle Blazard. She knocks in her first 3 of the game. A nice pass by Mariah Martin. And now Mariah here, fakes left, goes right, gets all the way to the basket, lays it up and in. Nifty move by Mariah Martin. She had a couple of those. And then, of course, here the pass is too tall for Deja Pounds. And Mariah Martin lays it up and in on the fast break. Kesley Stevenson kicks out to Allie Frank. She knocked this three-pointer from deep, almost on the Trailblazer logo on the angle right there. And then, of course, Morgan Myers passes ahead to Mariah Martin. She's so good at finishing with her right hand, going underneath, almost reverse style on the left side of the basket. And then, of course, she finds Rochelle Blazard for her second 3 of the first half. Allie Franks penetrates, gets into the lane, kicks out to Morgan Myers. Trailblazers were shooting it well, like I mentioned, from 3 in the first half. 5 of 13, 38.5%. And very, very good all around, both defensively and offensively. They also made 13 of 14 free throws. That was another key for me, is the Trailblazers were being very aggressive in the second quarter, as well as the first quarter. In fact, they got into the penalty very early in both quarters, and because of that, they were able to go to the line a handful of times. And this game could be a little bit closer if the Trailblazers don't make those free throws in the way they do. They have struggled a little bit on free throws, shooting just 67% coming into today's game on free throws as a team, but today shooting a whopping 92.9%. That's your halftime show. Trailblazers lead this one 38-26. Let's take a 4-minute timeout. We'll be back in 4 minutes for you radio and internet viewers, and we'll get you back to the action in the second half. 4-minute timeout and back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
Man, where's Carrick? The show's about to start.
Carrick Segmiller approaches his ball after a beautiful approach shot. This ball landed about 12, 13 feet away as he lines up the putt. He'll have this one for birdie.
Hey, have any of you guys seen Carrick?
I think he went that way.
Segmiller eyes his ball as he lines it up. Again, this putt for birdie will win the tournament. He steps to his ball. The putt's on its way. It's got the right speed. It's in! Carrick Segmiller for birdie to win the tournament as the crowd goes wild. He is celebrating. He is ecstatic.
Yeah. Oh, Carrick, we got shooting in like 5 minutes. Let's go.
Come on, man. I'm just playing some golf. Let's go.
All right, fans, get on your feet show your moves for the Magabees Dance Camp. Gotta see ya. We got some excellent Dixie State swag, Wendy says, to give away for the winner of our dance camp. Come on, ladies behind the bench. I know you guys can show off some moves. Come on, Pioneer, you gotta show off something. Oh, people of all ages can play this game. It's okay. Don't get caught looking. Oh, we got some competition on the upper rows. Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner of our Brooks Dance Camp right there. Let's give her a hand. Great job, young lady. You're the winner of the Brooks Dance Camp.
And welcome back inside Burns Arena. 45 seconds left to go before we begin the second quarter. As the Trailblazers lead this one 38-26. A great first half for Dixie State. A good pace in that first half. First quarter was up and down. In fact, the first, 12 points by both teams. Maybe not quite that many, but first handful of points were scored off three-pointers. It was a very up and down pace in the first half. I think Trailblazers did a good job of mitigating kind of the three-pointers early. The Pioneers got off to a start. I think the Pioneers made all four of their first shots on three-pointers. One by Samantha Earl, a couple by Ileana Blanc, and one by Alyssa Gonzalez. Could have went two different directions in that first quarter if the Trailblazers, don't adjust and the Pioneers continue to shoot well from three. They might be a different story. And I mentioned in the halftime show the Pioneers were 5 of 19 from three-point range in the first half. Scored 4 of those in the first couple of minutes, and could have been a much different first half if the Trailblazers didn't adjust defensively and the Pioneers did cool off a little bit. But we're ready to go in the second half. Trailblazers lead at 38-26. The Pioneers control in the hands of Price. She gives to Eliana Blanc. Now back to Alyssa Gonzalez. Back to Price. She gives cross-court to Earl. Back to Price. Gets into the paint. Floaters up and good. And a foul. What a play by Alyssa Gonzalez. She's one of the smallest players on the floor. But she did a good job of absorbing the contact on that one and scoring it to go to the line for a potential three-point play. Alyssa Gonzalez, just a 5'3" senior out of Bakersfield, California. Excellent guard for the Pioneers. She's super speedy, but can't get the three-point play. Can't complete the three-point play. Rather, the free throw is no good. Ball is controlled and tipped out. And a foul is called. That'll be on number 11 for the Pioneers, Deja Pounds. That's her first foul, just checked into the ball game. And it's 28-38. Trailblazers lead this one early in the second half. Lisa Van Kampen backdoor pass, tries to find Allie Franks. No good, too low for Franks to handle. And the ball rolls out of bounds. And the Trailblazers turn it over. They give it back to the Pioneers, who do this line change like I mentioned in the first half. They love to do this offense-defense line change. They sub 5 in and 5 out. When they know they have an offensive possession, they'll sub 5 in, their starters traditionally, and then when they only have a defensive possession, they'll sub 5 out, and they work this kind of 10-man defensive-offensive game. As Alexa Budd gets the ball on the low block, she turns, fadeaway jumper, no good, but a rebound is controlled by Rochelle Blazard. She's immediately tied up by Samantha Earl, and the possession arrow favors Dixie State. And here we go again. The Pioneers sub in 5 defensive players. I've never seen anything like this. I don't know if I've ever seen, I've seen at times a full line change, just change 5 for 5, but I don't know if I've ever seen it quite as frequently as I have with this Antelope Valley Pioneers. Different strategy that I've just never seen before by head coach Dion Price in his second season with the Pioneers. Trailblazers control this one. Ball is in the hands of Rochelle Blazard. She bounces to Mariah Martin at the left junction. Mariah Martin gets all the way to the basket and a foul. She drills it. Good play by Mariah Martin. She's so crafty, and I've said it a few times on this broadcast, but so nifty. Mariah Martin gets the ball on the left junction, goes to her right, goes to her left, gets all the way to the basket, and lays that one up and in with the right hand. Finishes through contact, and she'll go to the line for a potential 3-point play. Foul is on number 33. That's Denisha Spivey, her first. And Mariah Martin completes the 3-point play. She's got 15 points to lead all scorers. She averages just over 13 a game. Ball in the hands of Samantha Earl. She'll stop on a dime. 15-foot floating jumper is up and good. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 5 points now for Samantha Earl. Don't want to get her going. She's a tremendous scorer for Antelope Valley. 17.6 points per game. Ball is in the hands of Rochelle Blazard. She gives to Allie Franks. Cross-court pass. Tries to find Morgan Myers, but a miscommunication. Ball was too tall for Morgan Myers, and the Trailblazers will turn it over once again. Dixie State leading this one 41-30. 8 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Alyssa Gonzalez controls. She gives to Tylen Price. Price gets all the way to the basket, kicks out to Alexia Budd, round the rim and out. No good. Rebound to Price, but a foul. Looks like it's going to be a foul on the box out. It is indeed Morgan Myers, number 21. That's her third foul on the rebound. You see here Morgan Myers just undercutting Tylen Price here. Yep, good call there on the rebound. You see you can't, once the player goes up in the air, you can't get underneath him. You have to give him a chance to come down where they left off, and Morgan Myers didn't do that. It's called for her third foul, and immediately on the inbounds pass, a whistle again. That one's going to be on Rochelle Blazard, a tripping foul. That's her first. And the Trailblazers quickly into a little bit of foul trouble in this third quarter. That's the third team foul with just 2 minutes gone by on the third quarter clock. Alyssa Gonzalez controls. She gives to Price on the short corner on the angle left. Price gets all the way to the basket, dribbles up, no good, but a foul is called. Another foul, third foul on this possession. That's going to be on Allie Franks, her first. But the Trailblazers now with 4 fouls. This one will send Tylen Price to the free throw stripe. Again, Price just 1 point on the contest. This one, first one is no good off the front iron. Mentioned earlier, Tylen Price, just a 75, I shouldn't say just, 75% free throw shooter. Can't get that one to go. She can't get the second one to go either. Struggled from the free throw line so far today. And tie-up, looks like going to call a foul. Is it a jump ball? No whistle yet on the rebound. Kesley Stevenson controlled it, was tied up. Dixie State bench calling for a foul. And it looks like they're going to call a jump ball. Bizarre call there. Kesley Stevenson was getting tied up and looked like Dixie State bench was begging for a foul call, but looks like they call a jump ball. Alternating possession gives the ball to the Pioneers. Tylen Price will inbound, can't find anybody. Now she finds Ileana Blanc. She throws up a three-pointer, no good. Air ball that over the rim, rebound to Mariah Martin. She's quickly into the front court. She kicks cross-court pass for Rochelle Blazard. Now back out to Lisa Van Kampen. Fakes the three, lays it up with her left hand on the dribble drive. No good. Gets her own rebound. Tries again one more time with the left hand. No good. Off of White. Off of the Trailblazers, and the Pioneers will control. Referee underneath the basket couldn't see who it was off of. And the near side referee said it was indeed off of the Trailblazers, and Alyssa Gonzalez will dribble the ball into the front court for the Pioneers. Dribble handoff with Blanc. Now back over to Gonzalez. Back to Earl. Three-pointer is up and good. Samantha Earl with 5 quick points in the third quarter. She's up to 8. She's one that can heat up in a hurry if the Trailblazers aren't careful. Pioneers have cut this lead to 8, 41-33. Under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Mariah Martin controls for the Trailblazers. She dribbles to her right, now back to her left. Tries to find Rochelle Blaser on a cut, can't do it. Over to Van Kampen, back to Martin. To Rochelle Blaser on the left junction. She kicks out to Allie Franks. Three-pointer is up, no good, but a foul is called on against Allie Franks on the three-pointer. That'll be on Samantha Earl, her second. You see here, I mentioned this earlier, you have to give the player enough room to come down. Blaser gets into the key, kicks it out to Allie Franks, and Earl just puts her backside right there into Allie Franks as she was coming down. And thusly a three-point play in the form of 3 free throws is coming for Allie Franks. She knocks in the first. She's got 11. She's got 11 for the Trailblazers. She averages 12.6 points per game, and she knocks in the second one. So right up just below her average. A 70% free throw shooter is Allie Franks. And a 43% three-point shooter as well. Tremendous sharpshooter. She gets all 3. She's up to 13. And the Trailblazers regain their double-digit lead, 44-33, 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Pioneers control. That's Price. Cross-court pass to Blanc. Blanc dribbles short corner, now gets to Bud. Bud on the low block, powers her way up and in through Lisa Van Kampen. Good play by Alexia Bud. Lays that one up and in for 2. And Rochelle Blaser controls in, throws it away, trying to get Van Kampen on the low block, but throws it away. And quickly as Deja pounds into the front court. No one guards Blanc on transition. She drills a 3. Ileana Blanc with her third three-pointer of the game, and a quick 5-0 run for the Pioneers has cut this lead down to just 6. 44-38. We'll take a timeout. It will be stretched to immediate timeout. We will take it. 1 minute timeout and we'll be back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
The winning seat is in section 102, row C, seat 2. Again, section 102, row C, seat 2. Congratulations, you are the winner of the Pizza Pie Cafe seat of the game. Remember to come into Pizza Pie Cafe to try any one of their 22 signature pizzas, 9 pasta options, and their salad bar buffet with all the fixings. Come in before or after the game and bring your friends. Thanks to Pizza Pie Cafe for their continued sponsorship of Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back inside Burns Arena. Trailblazers lead this one 44-38, but Antelope Valley is making a comeback. Trailblazers led by as many as 12. This lead has been cut in half. Trailblazers lead it by just 6 points with 6 minutes to go remaining in the third quarter. Antelope Valley has gotten out to a hot start in this third period. They've shot 5 of 8. They've made, 5 of their first 8 from the field and 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. Trailblazers yet to attempt a 3 in the third quarter and just 1 of 3 from the field. Trailblazers have turned it over a few times, however, in the third quarter. 4 times already. 4 turnovers in the third quarter for the Trailblazers. That's led to extra possessions for Antelope Valley, and they have capitalized, cutting this lead down to 6 as Rochelle Blaser controls for Dixie State. She's trapped in the corner, tries to find Allie Franks. She does. Franks dribbles it off the foot of the Pioneers, and they quickly control. Back ball is still loose on the other end of the court, picked up by Deja Pound. She finds Pryor on the far side of the court. Layup is no good, too strong. Rebound to Lisa Van Kampen. quickly in the front court. Mariah Martin running the fast break by herself. Fake right, go left, throws it up, no good, off the front of the iron. Rebound controlled by the Pioneers, now in the hands of Deja Pounds. She dribbles, she pulls up for a three, long three, and she drills it. Deja Pounds, no one stepped out on her, and she drills her first 3 points of the game on a deep three, and the lead is cut to just 3. Rochelle Blazard controls for Dixie State. Guarded by Deja Pounds. She gives to Allie Franks on the left junction. She gets all the way to the rim, kicks out to Kesley Stevenson. Good three-point shooter, rolls around the rim, out and back in. Kesley Stevenson three-pointer is good. She drills that one from the right-hand corner, and she's got 5 points for Dixie State. That lead is back up to 6, 47-41. Deja Pounds dribble handoff with McCullough. Lachey McCullough gives to Tierra Pryor, now back to Pounds. Pounds dribbling on the right hand. Back to Pryor. Pryor took her eyes off the ball, and ball goes out of bounds. Got a fine pass, just Tierra Pryor took her eyes off it, looked to her left, and the ball came right through her hands, and we will have our under 5 media timeout. 6-point lead for the Trailblazers, 47-41, 4:37 left to go in the third quarter. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, 60 seconds, and be back inside Burns Arena on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
Like John McCain and other people would just sit there quietly on the sides,
Well,
and
no,
that many Republican activists would refrain from registering their disapproval in the peanut gallery?
Some might argue that Republican activist is an oxymoron.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of activism.
Right.
But
We
you
just
see
didn't
what
see
I'm
it.
saying? If you just flip it right over on its head.
I would like to flip it on its head, and in fact, I'm already doing that because my own position is free speech is free speech. Okay, and I'm kind of advocating for something that I'm really not supporting in this respect, as far as protesting or not protesting and being able to recognize your audience. What we need on either side, I don't care where you're coming from, is the ability to recognize the audience.
Welcome back inside Burns Arena. Trailblazers lead this one 47-41. 4 minutes, 37 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Trailblazers struggling a little bit offensively in this third quarter. They turned it over 6 times total in the entire first half. They've turned it over 5 times to begin the first 5.5 minutes of the third quarter. So got to cut down on the turnovers if you're Dixie State. And the Antelope Valley making a nice little run here, cut the lead down from 12 at halftime break, cut it in half to just 6 as they pressure, very high intensity pressure defense. Rochelle Blazard now controls. Dixie State bench is begging for a foul and finally does get one called on Deja Pounds. That's her second. A lot of reaching there you see here with the left hand. Deja Pounds just reaches in. Gets the foul called. Trailblazers control. Lisa Van Kampen trapped in the corner. Gives it back to Allie Franks on the angle right. She gives back to her pass. Rochelle Blazard. Layup is up and good. Good play by the Trailblazers. Allie Franks finding Rochelle Blazard on a backdoor pass. Blazard up to 8 points now, and the Trailblazers lead at 49-41. Alyssa Gonzalez now controls with her right hand. Now steps back to the Trailblazer logo front court. Over to Pounds on the angle right. She dribbles back. Picks up her dribble, now hands back out to Gonzalez for 3. Long rebound controlled by Kesley Stevenson. Rochelle Blazard, long court pass. No one's guarding Lisa Van Kampen. She gives to Allie Franks. Layup is up and no good off the front of the rim. Franks kind of contorted her body there. Wasn't able to get that one to go. And Deja Pounds controls for the Pioneers. She'll step back, set up the offense, and give to Alyssa Gonzalez on the angle right. Back to Pounds in the right corner. Back to Gonzalez, cross court to Lachey McCullough. McCullough over to Pounds. Pioneers taking their time on this possession. Lachey McCullough on the angle left. Back to Pounds, top of the key. Pounds dribbles to her left, throws up a three-pointer. No good, too strong off the back of the iron. Rebound to number 21. That's Candace Payne. Just checked into the ball game. Lachey McCullough gives to Pounds. She'll try another three-pointer. No good. This one short off the front of the iron and controlled by Allie Franks. Rochelle Blaser now into the front court. She gives to Kesley Stevenson. Gives Van Kampen on the low block. Van Kampen up and around the rim and out on that layup attempt. Good defensive recovery there by Candace Payne, coming from the weak side to just interrupt that play a little bit from Lisa Van Kampen. Gonzalez now for the Pioneers. She gives back 2 pounds. She'll try another three. No good. Rebound is long out to Kesley Stevenson. She gathers and hands to Rochelle Blaser. Blaser up court to London Pavlica. Just checked in for the Trailblazers. Pavlica gives to Kesley Stevenson underneath the basket. Foul and a foul. Basket is good and the foul for Kesley Stevenson. A nice backdoor play. A couple of times that's worked for the Trailblazers in the third quarter. London Pavlica finds Kesley Stevenson on a backdoor pass, and Kesley Stevenson will go to the line to finish this three-point play. You see just there, a good angle there of our CEC TV crew. The foul was on number 13 for the Pioneers. That's Asiane Wilcox. And Kesley Stevenson will go to the line to try to complete this three-point play. She's got 7. Make it 8 after finishing that three-point play. Samantha Earl and Tylen Price back in for the Pioneers. Earl does give to Price. Now back to Earl. Left open for 3. She'll try it and she'll knock it home. Samantha Earl with her third three-pointer of the game. She's up to 11. 8 of those 11 points have come in the second quarter. Trailblazers don't want to see her get going. She's a tremendous shooter. She shoots at just over 38% from three-point range. Trailblazers give to Pavlica. She spins into the lane and good. Up and good from London Pavlica. Got into the lane, spun to her right, floated that one up and in for 2. Very nice move by London Pavlica. She's got 3 points as Price controls for the Pioneers. She gives to Block, who gets into the key. Running hook shot, no good. Kesley Stevenson the rebound. Outlet pass to Mariah Martine. She's ahead of the defense. She gets into the front court now, pulls it back. She'll set up the offense. Coach J.D. Gustin setting up the play for Dixie State. Mariah Martine controls. They lead at 54-44. 1 minute, 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Mariah Martine comes off a screen from Allie Franks. She kicks out to Kesley Stevenson, who fakes a 3, drives the lane, no good. Up, no good, but a foul on the layup attempt from Kesley Stevenson. Good play by Mariah Martine. Hands it off on her right to Kesley Stevenson. She faked 3, went immediately to the basket. Wasn't able to get the layup to go, but as she just knocked down a free throw, she'll go back to the line for 2 shots. And she'll knock home the first. She's now up to 9 points is Kesley Stevenson. Stevenson on the season, like I just mentioned, came into the game shooting just 40%, but has connected on all of her free throws tonight. And she knocks in the second one. She's in double figures with 10, and the Trailblazers regain their largest lead of the game at 12 points, 56-44. Alyssa Gonzalez hands to Price. She'll try a three-pointer, no good. Rebound to Stevenson. Stevenson quickly to Mariah Martine, all the way to the basket. Left-hand layup is up, no good, but a foul will be called on Tylen Price. Good job by Morgan Myers, recognizing the long rebound was out to Kesley Stevenson. They quickly ran the fast break. It was a 2-on-1 situation. Stevenson gave to Mariah Martine, who used her speed to try to get past Tylen Price. Couldn't do it, but couldn't connect on the layup, but she did get the foul call and will go to the line for 2. She knocks in the first. See the replay here. Mariah Martine just using her speed. Good job of going right into Price. A lot of times you'll fade away on that shot, but Mariah Martine does a good job of going into the body of Price and then kind of floating up with her left hand. Draws the foul, and she'll shoot her second of the game, and she'll knock it in. 17 points for Mariah Martine, and the Trailblazers have their largest lead of the game, 58-44. Gonzalez controls. She'll get into the paint. 12-foot floating jumper is up and no good. Rebound controlled by London Pavlica. She had to go get that one over a much taller Alexia Budd. She controls now into the front court across the timeline. She sets up, slows down the offense. She gives to Mariah Martine. Samantha Earl tried to go for a steal. Luckily for her, didn't pick up a foul. That would have been her third. Trailblazers now give to Maya Richardson. Dribble handoff with London Pavlica. She gets into the paint, but a whistle. And it's going to be an illegal screen. Miley Richardson picks up her 4th foul of the game. And we got some clock issues, it looked like. So that was so that was 5th foul on the Trailblazers. They are in the penalty. So we will have. Well, no, now they're going to take it back, I guess. Not shooting free throws on an offensive, illegal screen, so it will just be clock issue. They reset the clock to 13.6. Pioneers will get the final possession of the 3rd quarter. Ball's in the hands of Block, nearly thrown away by Young. And the call, a 3 seconds violation on the Pioneers. Looked like Alexia Budd didn't ever vacate the paint on that possession. The Trailblazers will have 5.3 seconds to try to get one final shot in the quarter. Ball inbounded to Stevenson with 3. She cross midcourt. She'll pull up for 3 from deep. No good. Good look from Kesley Stevenson with the clock running down, but the Trailblazers extend their lead from halftime, 58-44, heading in to the 4th quarter. 10 minutes back on the clock. We'll take a timeout. 60-second timeout. We'll be back for the 4th quarter on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
There is a place where looking out means looking in, where an impression lasting only a few seconds will be imprinted on a life forever, where courage is forged and innocence rediscovered, where remembering is rewarding and forgetting unforgettable. There is a place where truth is felt and where seeing is believing. There is a place.
Radio Dixie 91.3. We don't play that. Nope, not that. A big fat no there. That's what we play. And stuff like that. On St. George's only alternative, Radio Dixie 91.3. Oh, and from 9 till midnight, we play this. I need a one dance. And this. Radio Dixie 91.3 FM.
Welcome back inside Burns Arena. Trailblazers lead this one 58-44. Going into the 4th quarter, Kesley Stevenson triggers the inbound to Rochelle Blazard, and the 4th quarter is underway. Trailblazers lead this one by 14. Blazard faked a 3, gives to Mariah Martine around the perimeter to Martine. She gives to Kesley Stevenson. Kesley Stevenson finds Van Kampen on the low block. Van Kampen tries to go up, lays that one in with the left hand, but is fouled in the process. Alexia Budd will pick up the foul. Her second personal foul, first of the 4th quarter for the Pioneers, and Lisa Van Kampen will go to the line for 2 shots. She knocks the first one in. 3rd point for Van Kampen. All 3 points coming from the free throw line for the redshirt senior. 62% free throw shooter, and she knocks in her second. So 4 points, all from the charity stripe for Lisa Van Kampen, and the Trailblazers lead this one now by 16, 60-44. 9.5 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. Alexia Budd in the short corner controls on the far side of the court. Ball is entry pass is tipped by Van Kampen and controlled by Rochelle Blazard. Turnover for the Pioneers. Van Kampen gives Kesley Stevenson a cross-court pass down to Mariah Martine. Fakes right now, dribbles it back out, sets up the offense. Coach Gusson asks his team to set up an offensive play. Mariah Martine gives to Van Kampen over to Morgan Myers on the far side of the floor. Errant pass by Myers, looked like it was last touched by Samantha Earl, and the ball will be retained by Dixie State. A little bit of miscommunication. Looks like Morgan Myers thought Martine was going to go one way. Martine ended up going the other way. Fortunately for Dixie State, Earl got her hand on that pass. Rochelle Blazard pulls up for 3 off the screen from Morgan Myers, but a foul on the rebound attempt. Looks like it's going to be on Lisa Van Kampen, her 4th. And the Pioneers control. Alyssa Gonzalez into the front court. She dribbles with the right hand. Now cross-court pass to Samantha Earl. Cut off by Mariah Martine. She'll dribble the ball out now. Set up the offense. Pull it back out. Controlled by Samantha Earl, comes off the screen from Price. She tries to get in the lane, cut up by Morgan Myers and stolen. Good play by Morgan Myers to steal that one right out of the hands of Samantha Earl. Mariah Martine into the front court, now sets up the offense, pulls it back, had numbers, lost control of the ball, pulls it back now. Comes off the screen from Van Kampen, behind the back pass, now backdoor pass to Van Kampen from Martine, and up and good. Lisa Van Kampen, a very good finish at the rim, her first field goal of the game, and a good find by Mariah Martine on another backdoor pass. It's worked several times for the Trailblazers in the second half particularly, and a good finish there by Morgan Myers as Alyssa Gonzalez controls for the Pioneers. She gives to Earl in the left corner. Back to Gonzalez. Two-man game with Earl. Now back to Earl into Price on the low block. She powers her way in through Van Kampen, lays it up and in. Good play by Tylen Price to lay that one up and in. She's got just 3 points, does Tylen Price. Backdoor pass tried again by the Trailblazers. That's going to, if it's not broke, why fix it? Backdoor pass given to Morgan Myers. She goes up and is fouled on the layup attempt. Layup was no good, but Morgan Myers will go to the line for 2 shots. Foul was on Ileana Blanc, her third. And Morgan Myers hits the front end of the free throws. See back here, backdoor pass. Good find by Rochelle Blaser, and a good foul call, or good angle on that foul call from our CEC TV crew. Morgan Myers hits both free throws. She's got 5 for the Trailblazers as they lead it 64-46, their largest lead of the game. Again, this game got down to 3, 44-41 at one point, and since that time it was 44-41. The Trailblazers have went on an extended 20-5 run. Played very well after the end of that third quarter. This one, an offensive foul is going to be called on Tylen Price. That was an obvious one. She was going against the smaller defender in Morgan Myers, but Myers does a good job of moving her feet. Price might have the size advantage, but Myers definitely has the speed advantage. She moves her feet. You see there, beats Price to the spot. Good shuffle, and you see Price here kind of just lower the shoulder. And Tylen Price picks up her 4th foul. And she will sub out with 7 minutes to go, 7:15 to go in the 4th quarter. Rochelle Blazard in the front court for the Trailblazers. Over to Mariah Martine, angle right. She'll dribble, get into the penetrate, get into the key. She'll lay it up and in with the right hand. Good move by Mariah Martine. She's done that a few times tonight. Gets into the key and gets all the way to the basket. No one comes over to help from the weak side, and she lays it up and in. Lachey McCullough. Dribble handoff with Deja Pounds. Now back out to Spivey. Tanisha Spivey. She'll back it out, set up the offense near midcourt on the Dixie State D logo. Back to Tanisha Pounds. Pounds holding, cross-court pass to McCullough. McCullough back to Pounds, into Tierra Pryor. Tierra Pryor step back, wanted to shoot the 3. Now she step in, take a 2. Long rebound is controlled, and ball never touched the rim, and a shot clock violation. Tierra Pryor, interesting shot. It looked like she was stepping back to pull a 3, then stepped in to take a 2. Ball never hit the iron. It was rebounded by Candace Payne, but never touched the rim, and the shot clock never expired. And the Trailblazers regained possession on the turnover from Antelope Valley. And right on cue, the Trailblazers turn it back over. A travel from Rochelle Blaser. She knows it. Looks like it just was a miscommunication. Was trying to find a cutter, and Cutter just went a different way than Rochelle Blaser was anticipating, and she dragged her pivot foot. And so we exchanged turnovers. Alyssa Gonzalez controls for Antelope Valley. She'll set up the offense. Trailblazers in a 1-4 zone. Kind of a weird-looking zone. Into Alexia Budd. She gets that layup up and in to go. Good play by Alexia Budd. And ball is controlled by Lynn Pavlica for the Trailblazers. She gives back to Mariah Martine, and she'll set up the offense. Mariah Martine guarded by Alyssa Gonzalez. She'll pull up from 18 feet. No good, too short. Rebound by Tylen Price. She'll bring it in the front court. She finds Budd cutting on the angle left on the fast break. Ball rolls around the rim and doesn't fall, but a whistle and a foul called on 15. That's Morgan Myers. That's her 5th. She is done. She'll be disqualified after her 5th foul. And Alexia Budd will go to the free throw stripe, and she misses the first. You see there, Franks. Not a whole lot of contact on, on Miley Richardson. Not a whole lot. Maybe just got a hand in the low back of Alexia Budd, but not a lot of contact. But again, call where you can't put your hands on the other player, especially if you got 4 fouls. Second one is no good from Budd. She misses both free throws, and the ball is tapped out. Last touched by the Pioneers. And Allie Franks will trigger the inbounds pass. She'll give to Myers. Antelope Valley in a little bit of extended defense. 3-quarter court press. Morgan Myers breaks it by herself. She hands off to Mariah Martine, guarded by Deja Pounds. She sets up the offense for the Trailblazers. Comes off a screen, hands to Allie Franks. She gets to the junction, has to Morgan Myers. She gets all the way to the paint, kicks out to Lisa Van Kampen. And a whistle will turn the ball over for the Trailblazers. A 3-second violation. Allie Franks never vacated the painted area, and 3-second violation was called. The Trailblazers turn it over once again. 5:22 remaining in the fourth quarter. Dixie State leads this one 66-48. They've really extended this lead since it was 44-41. The Pioneers did a good job of cutting it to just 3 early in the third quarter, but since then it's been all Dixie State. Price hands into Alexia Budd. Budd turns around, 10-foot floating jumper, fadeaway, no good. Rebound to Van Kampen. And now given to Mariah Martine, who crosses the timeline. 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Martine dribble handoff with London Pavica. Now to Allie Franks at the top of the key. She penetrates, gets into the key, is tied up, and it will be a jump ball called. Possession arrow favors Antelope Valley. Good play by Tylen Price, just getting her hands on that one, tying up Allie Franks. And Antelope Valley, the Pioneers will have it when we come back from a 60-second timeout. It's the under 5 media timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute and finish things up for you here in Burns Arena. 1 minute timeout and back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
For over a century, Dixie State University has been shaping the Trailblazers of tomorrow by providing a culture of active learning, active life. With a paradigm of real-world experience mixed with cutting-edge technologies and rich traditions, we provide one of the most affordable educations in the West, set against the most stunning backdrop on the planet.
Hey, I ordered a large veggie with garlic herb crust.
Veggie? I thought you were more of a meat eater's man.
Oh, I am, but now I can do both. Look, flavor patch.
How does that work? What happens when that's gone?
I've got Howie bread strapped to my legs.
Flavor fanatics love us because we make our dough fresh daily and have meal deals for any budget.
Hungry?
Howie's! Flavor fanatics welcome.
Welcome back inside Burns Arena. Trailblazers lead this one 66-48. 4 minutes, 52 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. This one was getting very close to begin the second quarter. The Trailblazers did a good job of extending their lead. Got down to as few as 3. Pioneers clawed their way back, but Trailblazers have responded well and have extended this one out to an 18-point lead. Ball is controlled for the Pioneers in the corner. That's Ileana Blanc, and she drills a 3-pointer immediately. She's got 4 3-pointers so far today, and she's got 12 points, but layup on the other end is good by Allie Franks. She's able to get all the way to the rim and finish that one. 15 points for Franks as Alyssa Gonzalez controls for the Pioneers. Into Tylen Price. Price goes to the basket again and is again called for an offensive foul. She'll be disqualified. That's her 5th foul, and she will foul out of the game 2 times in a row. She's been guarded by Morgan Myers, and Morgan just does a good job of not backing down, just standing her ground. And, like I mentioned earlier, Price has the size advantage, but Morgan Myers not afraid to draw that offensive foul, and she will disqualify Tylen Price with her 5th foul. She'll exit the game with just 3 points. Trailblazers have done a very good job defensively on Price. Remember, she averages 17.1 points per game. For the Pioneers, she just finishes with 3. Good job defensively for Dixie State as they lead this one 68-51, 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Mariah Martin controls for the Trailblazers, standing on the Dixie State D logo near midcourt. She gives to Allie Franks on the angle right. Back to Martin, now down to the low block. Lisa Van Kampen, she'll go up, but no good. But a whistle is called. Yeah, that was an obvious one. The far side official calls this one a foul. It's going to be on. Let's see who they give it to. Looks like it's going to be on. Yeah, that's number 5, Tiara Pryor. She'll pick up her first foul, and will send Lisa Van Kampen to the free throw line. And she'll sink the first one. She's got 7 points, 5 of which have come right here at the charity stripe. Just one field goal for the red shirt senior out of Morgan, Utah. Morgan High School. She played previously at Snow College as well. Beautiful E from Utah and Snow College. Van Kampen drills the second free throw. She's got 8 for the Trailblazers, and they lead this one 70-51. Gonzalez hands to Bud on the far side, short corner. Bud pulls up from 10 feet, and she drills it. Alexia Bud, she's leading all scorers now, as well as Ileana Blanc with 12 points. Allie Franks controls for Dixie State. She gives to London Pavlica. Pavlica tries to penetrate, dribbles around the back, but lost it. Controlled by Earl. Samantha Earl pulls it back, cross court. Ileana Blanc, she shoots another 3. This one no good. First miss of the game. Rebound is gathered by Lisa Van Kampen, but immediately tied up by the Pioneers. In fact, Alexia Budd tied her up, but the possession arrow does favor Dixie State, and they'll take over off the turnover from Antelope Valley. Good second half, like I mentioned, for the Trailblazers. They've shot the ball well. 5 of 11 in that third quarter from the field, and 2 of 4 to start the fourth quarter before that first under 5 media timeout, as Morgan Myers tried to find Lisa Van Kampen. She throws it away, however, stolen. Ball in the hands now of Deja Pound. She's on a fast break, 2-on-1, now cut off by Kessie Stevenson. Back out, that's Kaylin James. She tries a 3 and she'll knock it in. Kaylin James off the penetration and kick from Deja Pounds. She'll knock that one in. The lead is cut to 14. Never know. Trailblazers call a timeout. It will be a 30. We'll keep it right here on the 30-second timeout. Trailblazers led this one by as many as 20. But Pioneers not giving up. Under 3 minutes to go. Just a 14-point lead. I say just. Trailblazers have controlled most of the second half here, but lead this one by 14. A quick run by the Pioneers to cut this one down. Mentioned Alexia Budd. She's been the most consistent scorer for the Pioneers all throughout the game. She's got 12 points, all on 2-point free field goals. She shoots over 60% from the field on the season. She's one of their better scorers down low. She's not a great 3-point shooter. She's yet to attempt one on the season, but she's very good down low, and that's what she's done. As well as Ileana Blanc, she's got 12, and she's knocked down 4 3-pointers. Those two are the high scorers for Antelope Valley with 12 points apiece. But the Trailblazers now control. Blazard gives to Morgan Myers. Myers back to Martine on the angle right. Martine trying to find Blazard on the low block. Can't get it to her now. She'll dribble, penetrate into the key. Kick out to Kenzie Stevenson. Her 3-pointer is no good around the rim and out. Rebounded by Deja Pounds. Pounds quickly into the front court. She gives over to Spivey. Spivey back to Pounds on the top of the key. She'll pull it from a deep 3. No good off the front of the iron, short. Rebound to Kesley Stevenson. She's done a good job on the defensive glass tonight. Have to see how many rebounds she's up to. Mariah Martin now controls, guarded by Pounds. Comes off a screen, set by Lisa Van Kampen. Now back to Kesley Stevenson. Now to Van Kampen on the low block. And she lays it up and in, but is going to be called for an offensive foul. Looked like it was a good call. She got down to the low block and kind of just wrapped her right arm around her defender. That's what allowed her to get to the rim so easily, but she'll foul out. That's her 5th foul, and she'll be disqualified as well. She goes out with 8 points, most of them from the free throw line. In fact, 6 out of her 8 scored from the free throw line. Antelope Valley will retain possession. Alyssa Gonzalez hanging on a yo-yo Top of the key, she gives to James, who shoots up a three, no good. Rebound is controlled by the Pioneers. Alexia Budd grabs the offensive rebound, and she lays it up and in. She's got 14 points, leading all scorers from Antelope Valley. She's got 14 for the Pioneers. And it's down to 12. Allie Franks gives to Kessie Stevenson on the angle right, back to Mariah Martin. Now to Morgan Myers on the right junction. Backdoor pass is stolen away by the Pioneers and now gained back by Kessie Stevenson. Good job by Stevenson not to let that one turn into an open quarter, I guess a non-dead ball turnover. She ties it up and at least forces the Pioneers to take the ball out of bounds on the alternating possession, which favors Antelope Valley. And the Pioneers will bring this one in, trailing by only 12. Got to go quickly, though, if you're the Pioneers. Down by 12, minute 15 to go in the fourth quarter. Gonzalez hands off to Blanc. She tries to find on the low block. That's Earl. Earl goes up and is fouled immediately on the low block. Ball is loose initially, but was fouled by Morgan Myers, and Samantha Earl will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. That's Morgan Myers' 4th foul of the game. Samantha Earl, a very good free throw shooter. She'll knock down the first. You see here, ball was initially nearly stolen by Morgan Myers, and then Earl recovers, and you see there a good pump fake by Samantha Earl, and Morgan Myers comes down on top of her. An easy foul call for the official. Samantha Earl will get one more. A flick of the wrist is up and splashes that one home. 13 points for Samantha Earl. Again, 13 points for Earl. I mean, you'll take that. She's their leading scorer at just over 17.5 a game. And just to contain her to 13, as well as doing the good defensive job on Tylen Price to just get her to 3 points. Good job defensively for the Trailblazers. And Morgan Myers goes backdoor to Rochelle Blaser, but blocked. Good play by Deja Pounds on the block, but she came down with it out of bounds. After blocking the shot, she gathered it up, but came down on the out-of-bounds line. And the Trailblazers will retain possession. 54 seconds remaining. Trailblazers lead by 10. Morgan Myers inbounds pass to Allie Franks. Layup is no good, but a foul is called. And Allie Franks will head to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Foul is going to be called on number 5. That's Tierra Pryor, her second. And Allie Franks heads to the line to try to add to her 15 points so far in today's game. Allie Franks splashes the first one home. She's got 16. See the replay there. Tierra Pryor grabs her on the arm. And Allie Franks knocks in her second one. 17 points for the Trailblazers. Ball is controlled by Tierra Pryor. She gives out to Lachey McCullough. McCullough drives, penetrates, scooping layup with the left hand is no good. Off the front of the iron. Rebound Allie Franks and Mariah Martin into the front court for the Trailblazers. She's being trapped, double team. She gets all the way to the basket. Right hand layup is up and in. Mariah Martin did a good job splitting between 2 defenders, getting all the way to the basket, and laid that one up and in for her 21st point of the game. This one shot by Juanita Dodson is up and no good, and that will do it. Trailblazers will win this one. They'll dribble out the clock. 10 seconds remaining, but they're just going to dribble this one out. Dixie State's going to win it. 74-60. Very good game played both offensively and defensively for the Trailblazers. Kind of an interesting note I was just handed here. Trailblazers in their previous 4 games have scored exactly 70 points in each of their last 4 games. This one, they got past 70 and they ended up winning it 74-60. Trailblazers will win this one. They will improve on the season. Came into today's game after that kind of tough loss to CSU Pueblo a couple of weekends ago, 70-73. That good job to get the taste of that one out of their mouth, but they'll improve today on their record and win this one 74-60. We'll take a quick 60-second timeout and be back for a quick post-game show. 60-second timeout and be back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
From surgical suites to patient rooms to conference rooms, in scrubs, suits, or sneakers. With stethoscopes, computer code, or mops. We are all caregivers. Intermountain Healthcare. Healing for life.
Camping World is here to help you connect to adventure and explore the outdoors with friends and family. Offering new and pre-owned RVs to fit every budget and thousands of parts and accessories for any need. Camping World has it all. With over 130 supercenters nationwide, you're never far from America's #1 RV dealer. No matter where your adventures take you. Whether you need an RV, parts, or service, Camping World is here to help you every step of the way. Visit Camping World in St. George or shop campingworld.com today.
Welcome back on the Dixie State Basketball Postgame Show. Trailblazers win this one 74-60. We'll get a quick postgame show, go over a few of the numbers, and finish this one up for you. But a good win by the Trailblazers, beating an NAIA opponent. I should have mentioned this earlier in the game. The Antelope Valley, a very good team, a very good NAIA opponent. Coach Gustin was saying we can't overlook this team coming in. Being that they're NAIA doesn't mean anything. They're actually ranked number 9 in the country in the NAIA Division II Women's Conference. So a very good team coming into Burns Arena. A good win for the Trailblazers. They win this one 74-60. Let's go over a few of the stats here. Trailblazers led by Mariah Martin. She had 21 points. She was just excellent in every facet of the game today. 7 of 13 from the field. A perfect 7 of 7 from the free throw line. In addition to that, Allie Franks chipped in 17 points. She was 4 of 8 from the field, 2 of 3 from downtown, and a 7 of 7 from the free throw line. It's going to be a common theme. A lot of perfect records from the free throw line. Lisa Van Kampen, 6 of 6. Morgan Myers, 2 of 2. I mentioned Mariah Martin and Allie Franks, 7 of 7 each. Cassie Stevenson, a perfect 5 of 5. Miley Richardson, 2 of 2. The only one to miss a free throw is London Pavlik. I don't mean to single her out, but I say that to say this. Trailblazers were 30 of 31 from the free throw stripe today, and that is a new record for free throw percentage in a single game, a single team free throw percentage. That's a record, beating the previous record, which was set in the new 2010-2011 season against Academy of Art. In that game, they went 22 of 23. This one beats it, however, based on percentage, 30 of 31 for the Trailblazers, a team that came into today's game shooting just 67% from the free throw line. Obviously, an area of emphasis over the Christmas break. They did a very good job from the free throw stripe today, and they did a very good job overall defensively, in my opinion. They held Tylen Price to just 3 points. She averages over 17 a game. And another one that averages 17 a game is Samantha Earl. They held her to just 13, just 3 points in the first half. Never really got Earl getting into a rhythm. Earl did come out and was aggressive early in the second half. She got a couple of threes to go in that early in that second half. But other than that, Trailblazers did a good job defensively to limit Earl and Price's touches and their offensive rhythm to not let them get to their season averages. Pioneers were led by Alexia Budd. She scored 16 points. Samantha Earl, I mentioned, had 13 points. Ileana Blanc, 4 of 8 from deep, and she had 12 points. Those are the players in double figures for Antelope Valley. Let's get to some second half highlights. Just a few highlights from the second half, and we'll get to some highlights here. As you'll see, Allie Franks getting all the way to the basket. She kicks out to Kesley Stevenson, who buries the three. That one was fun. It was around the rim, up and out, and then back in. And Allie Franks finds Kesley Stevenson, and then here finds Rochelle Blazard there in the backdoor layup. That play worked a bunch. They did that a bunch. A backdoor, barrage of backdoor passes. You see there, Kesley Stevenson drills that one, and then Mariah Martin finds Van Kampen on the backdoor pass, and she lays that one up and in. That was really what was working for the Trailblazers in the second half. Was just the Pioneers were playing very aggressive defensively, and the Trailblazers used that to their advantage and said, hey, if they're going to guard us out 25 feet away from the basket, let's just go backdoor and get a lot of easy layups out the rim. I think they did a very good job of doing that, and it's evident by kind of their shot chart in the second half. Trailblazers were 9 of 20 from the field in the second half. 9 of 20, just under 50%. and only made 1 3. Only attempted 4 threes in the entire second half. Was 1 of 4. And that was just evident because they were getting to the free throw line, and they were getting to the free throw line because they were getting their shots at the rim. And they were doing that. They were executing those backdoor passes very, very well, getting a lot of shots at the rim and going to the free throw line. Trailblazers also had 10 assists on 19 made field goals, and did a very good job in that regard as well. But the highlight of today's game, the record set 30 of 31 from the free throw stripe, of a new record for percentage for a team in a single game. That will wrap it up for the Dixie State postgame show. Thank you so much for joining us. Trailblazers win this one 74-60. On behalf of all of our CEC TV crew, I'm Drayson Ball. The Trailblazers will be back in action. We'll look to see you back here shortly on January 4th against UC Colorado Springs. We'll see you back then. Trailblazers win this one 74-60. We'll see you.